Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I walked out to the creek, walked over there to our footbridge and kind of looked around and just appreciated the fact that we got a good bit of rain and that our creek is back. It was getting down to just a trickle there for a little bit, but we got some rain yesterday and then we just had some storms this morning and it is flowing once again. The water does get kind of brown after a heavy rain just because of where we live. You know, we're in the mountains, we're in the southern part of the Midwest, sort of south-ish. I don't even know what zone or what region we're really considered here in western north-ish Arkansas. But when we get heavy rains, it does tend to wash a lot of that loose soil into the water. So for a day or two, it's really brown and kind of chocolate milk-ish looking. But after that day or two, it clears up and it's absolutely beautiful. But while I was down there, I noticed something. First of all, that great big turtle that we found the other day, I shared in a video, had moved over to the waterfall from where we had put it, and he kept peeking out at me. And then I noticed that one of the snakes was in the waterfall, which is their favorite place to stay. And if you don't like snakes, just kind of look away for a little bit because you're going to see one. But, you know, we have a few snakes that live down there and they're usually around that waterfall because it's a very convenient place for them. And we don't mind having these snakes down there because they're non-venomous water snakes. And because they're non-venomous and because snakes are very territorial, we have not had any venomous snakes in our creek. Now, we always treat everything around here as though we may see a venomous snake. We are very careful. For instance, you know, I've got the watermelons that are all over the ground over there, which you saw in my last garden video, well, my Monday video. And, you know, I'm very, very cautious when I'm doing anything around there. You know, the kind of rule is do not put your hands where your eyes can't see, or don't put your feet where your eyes can't see because you don't know what might be there. It's just general snake safety. I mean, we do live in Arkansas and there are venomous things here, whether it's snakes or scorpions. I have found a scorpion in my garden bed over there, the asparagus bed. So we're just careful, but we don't mind those snakes. But while I was down there, I caught something on camera that I was surprised to see, but it was really cool. But this is why the snakes like to live in the waterfall. There's always little fish coming over that waterfall, no matter what part of it is, and there will be snakes down there just hanging out and just waiting for an easy meal. So I had a couple of things that I wanted to talk to y'all about real quick. Just some changes that are going to be happening. Now, for years, here on the YouTube channel, my schedule was always Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. And I did that for, well, most of the time I've had my channel. But several months ago, I had a lot going on, and so I kind of stepped back. And I was doing videos just 2 days a week because I had things I needed to get caught up on around here. And once that life kind of settled down, I decided to go back to my 3 video a week schedule. But honestly, some weeks I feel like I'm just constantly trying to catch up on everything. And, you know, I'll find it's Thursday and I need a video for Friday. I need to hurry up and film something. And, you know, I'll find myself staying up really late at night to get a video edited for the next day. And I don't feel like some of the videos that I have put out are my best quality. I love doing YouTube videos, and I actually love the editing process. It's almost like an artistic expression for me. I love doing musical montages, pulling together clips of beautiful little things, and just making this lovely environment for the videos. I take tremendous joy in that. You know, people talk about having hobbies and things that give them joy, and editing videos is my joy. I love it. And so I want what I put out to be good. I want to love what I'm putting out. And I'm a little bit of a perfectionist on some things. And so I want to make sure I'm putting out good videos that I love. And so I am going to step back and return to that 2 video a week schedule. Because I know I can maintain that. And I know that I will feel better about what I'm creating. And they may be longer videos, but I think they'll be better videos. So I just wanted to make that announcement. So this week I have this video going up on Wednesday, and then on Friday there will be another video this week. Last week I had a video that went out talking about clothing. I just talked about embracing femininity and embracing aging and just seeing aging as a gift, because it truly is. And, you know, over the course of that chat, I talked about not worrying about the wicked world and what their standards are, not wanting to live up to them and anything like that. And that led to many questions about where I get my clothing from, where I've bought things over the past few years, because I've been kind of changing the way I dress a little bit. And rather than answer those same questions over and over and over again, and it being kind of lengthy answers, I felt like just filming a video and talking about that. So that will be going up on Friday. Now, Saturday, there will be a live stream, but I'll tell you about that in a moment. The next regular video that will be going up after that will be on Wednesday. I have a wonderful recipe video that you will be getting to enjoy. Of course, there will be a new recipe on my website to go with it. But it is wonderful, and it just uses basic pantry ingredients, and I know y'all will want to make it, but I'll just leave that as the teaser for that video. But then after that, the next video that you will see will be on that following Sunday. So starting after next week, the video schedule will be Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday live stream. Now, if for some reason I do have an extra video made, if I've got something, you know, maybe I want to do a little video about something, I will do an extra video here and there. But the consistent schedule will be Sunday, Wednesday, live stream Saturdays. And speaking of the live streams, I have changed the time, just in case you haven't seen that. Maybe if you've missed the last couple of live streams, for Saturdays, you know, we do coffee and scriptures. The time for that is 8 Central. I was having to change time here and there because my Bible study group had changed the day that we were meeting. And I didn't want to constantly have to change the time. And so just setting it at 8 o'clock and having it there consistently in that Central time is what we're going to be doing going forward. So I know it's kind of early. Saturdays I do actually sleep in. So I might have a puffy face and be half asleep, but I would rather do that and just spend some time with y'all. It is a wonderful time of fellowship. And, you know, we just thoroughly enjoy it. We go through the Bible, we're reading through the Torah portions, and then the companion scriptures go through it that go with that each week. And then we just pray for one another and all of that. So it's a lovely time. And then I have one more thing that I want to talk about very quickly, and that is the membership part of the channel here. You know, I've had 2 different tiers for members. It was something that I started not too long ago. And the upper tier, the VIP group, it's called the Cornbread Crew. And the VIP level, one of those perks is having a phone number where you can text message me directly and ask questions. You know, say it's Thanksgiving and you're missing an ingredient and all the stores are closed. What can I use for a substitution? VIP members could directly, immediately get a hold of me and ask me. But honestly, nobody has used that feature. And that is actually a service that I pay for. I don't put my personal phone number on the internet. That is a phone number I paid to have so that y'all could access it if you wanted to. But since nobody is using that, and that was kind of the main perk of the VIP tier, I've decided to go ahead and remove that. Now, if you were one of the VIP members, there wasn't a lot of people who used that level anyways, but if you were one, when I removed that tier, it removed those people as members. So if you do still want to remain a member of the Cornbread Crew, you will have to rejoin. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. And then also, if you are a member of the Cornbread Crew, one of the perks of being a member is you get stickers from me. You know, I love to make stickers, and you know, I'm a creative person and I like to make things like that. And so I mail stickers to anyone who joins the Cornbread Crew. However, if you join, you've got to email me your mailing address because I have no way of knowing what it is. I don't even know what your real name is without you contacting me and telling me. So if you are a member, I need to know your username and then what your mailing address is so that I can send them out to y'all. And in addition to that, going forward, I'm going to start doing consistent live streams with the Cornbread Crew. You know, our Saturday coffee and scriptures, sometimes we would get done with the Bible portion, and then the conversation would just kind of meld into Q&As, and people would be asking me all sorts of questions. And with it being on Shabbat, I am a Sabbath keeper, I don't want to discuss those kinds of topics on Saturdays. And so having members only Q&As, hangouts, and things like that would be the place where I would want to do something like that. And so I'm working out exactly when we're going to do this, but I'm going to have some consistent days. I like consistency. I like routine. So I don't like to do things willy-nilly. You may have kind of figured that out about me a little bit. But in any case, that is all I have for y'all. I am about to go out of town. So I mentioned the Saturday coffee and scriptures this week. I will be in a different location. I'll be doing it, but I won't be here. I'm going to be headed to Tennessee to see my other grandbaby. You know, I love being able to FaceTime with her, and it's wonderful getting videos in my emails or in my text messages. But even though technology is great, there is no comparison to the real thing. So I will be headed to visit with her. And speaking of my other grandbaby, you know, as much as I love to garden and I love to do all of this, I think that gene may have passed down to her because she seems to love it too.
Yeah, put it here. Good job. Good job. Super.
So thank you for spending some time with me out here in the garden for just some updates. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.